Hi, I'm Siobhan and I've got you on top of my fridge. So I've spent a lot of time in my life holding myself back from doing things that I really want to do. Why? Because I've been busy trying to find people to do them with. I've always had this irrational fear of doing things alone, thinking that it's going to make me look weird, thinking that it's going to make me look awkward, that people are going to judge me for being a loner and being by myself. But here's the truth that I think I'm finally starting to grasp in my 30 plus years of being on this earth. The longer that you wait for other people is the more time that you end up wasting on not doing the things that you love. And the unfortunate truth is that one day you're going to wake up and 10 years have gone down the line and you've spent all of this time waiting for people while really they've been living their lives and you've just been waiting when you could have been doing. The turning point. So things for me have been quiet recently in terms of like relationships, etc., etc. I've been spending more time getting to know myself, getting to know Jesus and reflecting just on life in general and where I'm at right now. And although it's been different, it's been peaceful in a way. So it's kind of like a welcomed situation at this point. One thing that I know that I need to do is start putting myself back out there. There's been things in life that I've wanted to do. There's goals that I've got in my mind and I haven't hit them yet. When you have special interests, they're not always going to be for everyone, and that's absolutely fine. You know, we're all on a different journey. But what I didn't want was for that to hold me back from doing things that I really wanted to do in life. And that's when everything sort of aligned, you know? Hey, you. If you're enjoying my content and want to follow along the rest of my journey, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe and all that good. Back to the video. So I was on Instagram one day and I saw an ad pop up for a charity walk with the charity Shelter. Now, Shelter is a UK-based charity that focuses on helping people that are facing homelessness and bad housing. And so the charity walk was called A Walk Home, which is an event designed to raise awareness and funds for the fight of homelessness and unsafe housing situations. When I initially saw this ad pop up on my phone, I was instantly moved and I knew that it was something that I really wanted to do. I've always wanted to do charity walks, charity runs. I'm not the most fit person, but it's something that has always been placed on my heart to do. So I asked around to see if anyone would be interested in doing it with me. I didn't get any takers, which is absolutely fine. But I did think now is the time, Siobhan. Now is the time to step out and do it by yourself. I thought, you know what? I will test the waters. I'm just going to book it. No pressure. I'm going to sign my name up and I'm going to pay the initial money to have my name down on the list. If I decide that I don't want to go, so be it. The nerves. Before I even hit the sign up button, I already had nerves about the whole situation. I think primarily because I knew it was something that I'd never done before and I knew that it was going to be with a large amount of people and I would really have to step out of my social anxiety box. The day before the event, I turned to my mum and I said to her, Mum, I'm feeling really stressed about tomorrow. I'm really nervous. And she was like, why? So I said to her, I'm nervous because, you know, this is an event. I think there was going to be 2,500 people there in total. I'm quite a socially awkward person. It was completely out of my comfort zone. So my mum turned to me and said, why are you nervous? If you didn't think you could do it, you wouldn't have signed up. All right then, Mum. She was right. I wouldn't have signed up if I didn't honestly, in my heart, believe that this was something that I wanted and something that I was capable of achieving. That little reminder gave me the confidence boost that I was looking for. And I felt like from then, I decided that I wasn't going to panic. I wasn't going to worry anymore. I was just going to take it step by step, taking a step at a time. So that's what ended up working for me, taking things step by step. I signed up. I shared my sponsorship link with close family. I booked the day off from work. I then planned what I was going to wear. The day of the event, I planned how I was going to get to the venue. And through taking each step, before I knew it, I was in the queue outside the venue, waiting to get my QR code scanned so I can get in and start my walk. What I learned, even while I was queuing up, I felt awkward. I couldn't really see anyone there that looked like me, and everyone was in group. Everyone seemed like they were in some sort of group and was having a little chin wag. So that instantly made me feel less confident, and I spent a lot of the initial time in the big venue room waiting to start my walk, looking down at my phone. I guess this was a way of me avoiding eye contact with people. I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh my gosh, she's by herself, and like sort of judge me for it and think, what kind of person turns up to this type of thing by themselves? That was until I ran out of emails to check, old messages to go through, feeds to scroll. And then I thought, you know what? This is ridiculous. What am I doing? Let me just try at least to sit in the moment and just soak in this experience. It wasn't until I did that I noticed that there was actually quite a few people that were sitting on the outskirts by themselves. I would have never have known that if I didn't take my face out of my phone. And the more that I looked around to have a look at the other people that were there by themselves, a lot of them were doing the same thing that I was doing, which is having their head down in their phone or trying to find some way of distracting themselves or standing in the corner awkwardly. The more that I looked around, I started to realize that no one actually cared what I was doing. We was all just there in the moment, enjoying, the joyfulness of knowing that we're helping this charity, knowing that we're about to do a good cause and we're all doing it together. The speech that one of the event coordinators gave, it was a really inspiring speech. And they showed one of their campaigns that they're currently working on, helping children who are living in unsafe environments. And it was a really impactful campaign. The vibes were there. I didn't actually get to speak to anyone the whole time that I was there, other than people that were like coordinating the event. It was nice being present in a room full of positive people who shared a similar interest to myself. From that moment, I started to relax. I started to unwind a bit more. So I initially had signed up to the 5K walk. There was also a 10K walk. But they shared a similar route around London. Everyone was sort of walking at their own pace. The time that I chose to do mine was at 5:15, so at this time it was quite dark outside, and it was nice just walking around London in the dark in such a large group and feeling safe to actually enjoy it and soak it in. These are places that I normally pass on my commute to work. I don't really get a chance to actually take it in and enjoy the scenery. A moment to indulge. One of the things that I enjoyed about doing this event was, although there were so many people that turned up to do it and take part, they didn't actually like barricade the roads off or anything like that. So we was just out in numbers on the roadside, just outside. This must have been a nightmare for commuters. I know what I would have been like if I was walking past a group of people who were all doing this walk. And by the way, they gave us these woolly hats that we all had to wear, so people were aware that we was doing something for charity. I guess it was great for photos, but also it made us feel like we was all part of something together. In fact, this is the hat that I was given. You get like a red bobbly thing on the top. I think I've got a couple pictures, so I'll insert them of us all walking together. Yeah, you couldn't miss us basically. So I can imagine commuters were stressed, 600 people at a time walking around London. One of the things that the event coordinators encouraged was venturing off from the route, which I was quite surprised by actually. But they said, like, if you feel like you want to stop off at, because we was passing Christmas markets and like there were so many different sites that you could see, if people wanted to stop off to take pictures or wanted to go to one of the Christmas markets or go to the pub for a drink, they're free to do that and then join back at the route. And I was walking by the river. I saw a Christmas market. I saw a couple people stop off. I thought, you know what? I'm going to walk across the Christmas market, see what tickles my fancy. Saw a churro vendor. What better than having some churros with some melted chocolate on? So I stopped off and I got myself some of those. And I've actually seen this vendor on Instagram before. It's one of those typical places that blows up on Instagram because it's somewhere that Bay takes you. You go there with your boo thing. Go there with your booze and you take some little cute pictures together of you and your churros and your man. But I thought, you know what? I'm by myself. I really wanted to try these churros because the way they have the melted chocolate on it, it looks really decadent. Is that what the people say? Food people say, in it, like the food Instagram people. I decided to get the churros because I thought I'm worth it with or without someone next to me to enjoy it. I'm worth creating experiences for myself. Feeling accomplished. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'll keep it all the way 100. I did not finish the can't even say it. I did not finish the walk. It's fine. I had about 5 minutes left of the walk and I decided to call it quits. And the reason why was because the way that the route was, it passed my train station. And if I was to go back to the finish line, which is also the start, that would have taken me away from where my train station was. So it kind of just made sense for me to end the walk 5 minutes early. I'm traveling home by myself. It's late at night at this point and it's dark outside. So yeah, I decided to, leave early. Going into the train station and looking for my train, I don't know, I just felt really accomplished and fulfilled in a way that I don't think I've ever experienced that sort of feeling. It just felt really good knowing that I've done something that I've always wanted to do. This one felt extra special because I've been trying to do a charity walk for a really, really long time. And I'm just like, I just need someone to do it with. I need someone to do it with. Who wants to do it? Does anyone want to do it? And no one's ever wanted to do a charity walk. And yeah, I just pushed myself to do this. And also it was for a good cause. And I was able to, raise money for it and do something that was bigger than myself. And yeah, it just felt really good. I felt accomplished. It felt good showing up for myself and showing up for other people. Take the step. What this whole experience taught me is that you don't need to have it all figured out. If there's something that's on your heart or something that that you really want to do, just take the first step. Do it alone if you need to, but just take the first step. Book the thing, plan it out, plan out your route, look at what you're going to wear, but just take it step by step. And you know what? If at any point you decide during that whole process that, this isn't for me, I don't want to do this anymore, you want to quit, that's fine. But just know, like my mom said, if you wasn't capable of doing the thing, you wouldn't have signed up to it in the first place. I've realized over the year that life is all about helping other people and creating with your hands, being a part of community, doing the work. And I feel like by stepping out of my comfort zone and doing this thing that I've always wanted to do, I was able to accomplish all of those things, and it felt really good. Life is way too short to keep on waiting for other people to do the things that you really want to do, the things that are placed on your heart. You're worth showing up for yourself, investing in yourself, and creating experiences for yourself. Time waits for no one, so make it count. If there's something that you want to do, this is your sign to take your first step. Well, that's everything. I hope everyone has an amazing rest of the week. I hope you get all the things done. And if you can't get them done today, write a list for tomorrow. Try and get them done tomorrow. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.